This video is on rational expressions on the rational expressions quiz. So a lot of these are polynomials that you have to simplify in some way. A lot of them you will be able to factor, and then some of the terms in the numerator and the denominator will both cancel out. So for this particular one, we want to factor the top and the bottom in some way. And I hope you recognize that these are the special factorization rules. That's the most important thing, is recognizing that you've seen something like this before. And so if you Google special factorization, I'll put the two links I found, but these are the rules we want. I'll put these links in the comments of this video so you can check them out. But these rules, so know that these rules exist. So we have a plus b squared, a minus b squared, and a squared minus b squared. Those are the rules we want to remember. So if we start looking at it, well, the denominator looks a lot like this second rule here. So we'll be able to, we might be able to expand it. We'll see. So that's one thing. And a lot of these, I mean, I don't even know how to do these when I first look at them, but I have some ideas. And the important thing is to recognize that you can use special factorization here. So here's the other special factorization rules. A cubed plus b cubed equals this. A cubed minus b cubed equals that. And so we see another thing right here. So maybe we'll be able to factor that. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to copy this down into my little notepad, and I actually don't know how to do this. You know, I have my doubts right now, but I think these tools will work, and that's what a lot of math is. You have a suspicion that the tools you have will work. You don't know for sure, but hey, maybe. So I'm going to try to factor the top first. Let's see what that gets us. So x cubed minus y cubed, so it's going to be this rule. So if a minus b, that's x minus y. So x minus y, then parentheses, times x squared plus xy plus b squared. And now let's look at these other rules. So, you know, we want the bottom to expand, so that's why that looks something like this. So let's try that first. Let's see what we get. Well, oh, actually, sorry. No, it doesn't look like that at all. It looks like this third rule. Sorry, I messed that up there. See, I told you I had no idea what I was doing. But I see this rule now. I see that this looks a lot like this. So let's give this a shot. So we'll have a plus b, a minus b. So that's let's see. So we get y plus x times y minus x. Okay. And well, we see that this is close. This is x minus y, and this is y minus x. And that's really close. So there's two things we can do. We can choose to factor out a -1 in this term, or we can just factor out a -1 right here. And this is completely fun to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is just rewrite this. I'll just put this here, just because it looks prettier in my mind. So if I factor out a -1, basically I want this to be the same value. I just want to say -1 times what equals y minus x. Well, it's, again, I'm giving you a hint here, x minus y. So see that, look at this, x minus y times a -1. Go ahead and distribute the -1. And you'll get negative x plus y, which is exactly what this is. This is positive y minus x. So this is negative x plus y, which is the same thing as y minus x, right? So that's the same. We just factored out the negative 1. That's completely fine to do. So I'm going to rewrite that. So that's negative 1 times x minus y. And now we can cancel these out, right? Let's get a bar through there. These cancel out, right? Same thing, top and bottom. So then you get, I'll just write it out here. Let's see, what do we have now? We have x squared plus xy plus, oh, I wrote b squared. I'm so sorry. That should be a y. I was just following those rules. But you see that x is a and y is b. So I just messed that up. So y squared. And then on the bottom we have, well, let's just put that negative sign in front. You know, that's the same thing. You can put the negative wherever you want. And then y plus x. Okay, and at this point, we can't really factor anything. It looks kind of like this, but there's a 2 here and there's no 2 here, so that won't work. I think this is going to be our final answer. And it doesn't look that pretty, but it's something. So let's go ahead and show our answer here, correct answer. So here we go. So what they did is they distributed the negative into the denominator. And that's perfectly fine. You can put this negative wherever you want. Just so you're comfortable with it, this is equal, this is equal to a lot of things. It's equal to, let me get this in the full screen and expand it. Okay, so this is equal to, there could be a negative 1 here. You could rewrite it as this. That's perfectly acceptable. And then you can put this negative 1 on the top. You can put it on the bottom, right? And that has to be parentheses. And what they did is they distributed this negative 1 into the x plus y. So you get negative y minus x, negative y minus x. And that's what they have. So perfectly acceptable, perfectly fine. If you wanted to have distributed in the top, that's perfectly fine as well. And that's it for this problem. And maybe I'll do another problem so we can get comfortable with something else. All right. And please feel free to email me or ask me any questions. And again, I'm putting the links to the special factorization rule in the comments.